Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Molly. Thank you for joining for sunrise yoga, my favorite time to do yoga. I always find morning practice to be such a beautiful way to start the day, especially on your birthday, like Sean today. Sorry, I didn't even ask if I could do that, but so we can send a little love your way. I don't know if you guys saw the full moon setting this morning on your way in.
Last night.
She was so beautiful and big. Yeah, just so beautiful. And so I always think about the full moon as our opportunity to kind of have that light shown on the things that we maybe don't need anymore. And so I thought maybe today we'd do a class that's a little more twisty than normal, kind of wring things out, release what we don't need, let it go, and prepare ourselves for this next phase, right? And so yeah, I think that's like my favorite part about morning yoga is that you get to set that intention for the day. You get to infuse that intention with all of your movement and energy and mindfulness for the morning, and then you get to carry that with you all day. So I also always like to say, just like we set our shoes and our coats and our bags outside, set anything that's on your mind also out there. It'll be there when we get ready. But that's just a nice way to clear. So let's start out with 3 clearing breaths to help ourselves ground, kind of settle in, make sure you feel good in your tall seat. And then let's inhale together. And then big open mouth exhale. And we'll do 2 more. So big inhale through the nose. And big exhale to let it all go. 1 more. Let it all go. Or just let your breath return to normal. Just see where your breathing is falling in your body this morning. For me, even as I start to pay attention to my breath, it almost changes slightly. And so you can invite your breath to be long, deep, and full through the whole body. And then check in with your mind. How is it doing? Try to bring the attention into the room, into the space. And then let that attention drop from the mind space into the heart space. Feel your physical heartbeat in your body. Maybe it's strong this morning. Maybe it's just whispering quietly as we start the day. The yogis believe that we have 3 hearts: our physical heart, our emotional heart, that gives us those cues of what feels right, what feels wrong, what feels aligned, what feels ready to be let go. Feel into that just for a moment. And then our 3rd heart is our deep spiritual heart, our Hridayam heart. And that's the space where the internal light of 10,000 suns shines within us. It's our deep spiritual connection to the Atman, the peace of the spiritual Brahman that is the life force of everything resides. And so as you're in this internal heart space, invite an intention to arise. Maybe it's something that you're already working with. Maybe it's something that you want to curate. Maybe it's something you want to release to make space for something new. Whatever you want to give your energy to this morning. And just take a few intentional full body breaths with that intention. And let's bring our hands together at heart center in Anjali Mudra, drawing our physical energy to that heart center. And we'll open practice with 3 ohms this morning. Exhale all of your breath, and then we'll inhale to Om. Feel that vibration in the lungs for a moment. And on your next exhale, let your hands drop down to the earth. Place your fingertips to the ground. And just breathe that Mother Earth energy up through the spine, into the tailbone, up through the heart, and then down through the hands. Drawing in support for your intention, your release, letting go to Mother Earth. She can compost and take all the things. She handles it all. She's such a good support. One more breath up that spine, down the arms, into Mother. Then on the next inhale, let's bring the arms up overhead, reach into the sky, wiggle those fingertips. And then on the exhale, bring that right hand down to the earth, reach over with the left and start to give a little stretch and opening. Maybe a breath or 2 into that left side body. Next inhale brings those arms up overhead. On the exhale, drop that left hand to the earth, swap the stretch, keep that right hip grounded to the earth. And on the next inhale, let's bring those arms back up overhead. And then exhale, cactus, and open that heart to the sky. One more inhale and exhale to stay here. And then we'll inhale all the way up. And exhale, lean forward over those crossed legs. Maybe you can get a little sway to the upper body. I'm not trying to do too much crazy, just starting to loosen things up a little bit. Inhale and exhale here. And inhale, you can use those hands to press yourself up to a seat. Take your legs and just switch the cross. You can give the ankles a little roll around if you want to on the way. And then we'll just do that same stretching series again here. So settling in, nice tall spine, and then inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand to the earth, reaching over, stretching that left side body. Really pressing that hip into the earth, letting you reach and elongate. Next inhale brings us up overhead, little finger wiggle at the top, and then left hand to the earth, reaching over for that long side body stretch. Inhale brings us back up overhead. Exhale. Really roll those shoulder blades back and almost feel how that can lift the heart a little bit higher. Inhale, arms back up overhead, and exhale, we forward fold one more time. And use those hands to press yourself up. And then we'll bring that left hand to the right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, twist. Stay here for another inhale and exhale again. Inhale to elongate the spine. Exhale to get into that twist. Inhale, we'll come back to center. Give those shoulders a quick roll back. And then opposite hand, so for right hand, left hand behind. Again, inhale, elongate that spine. Exhale, deepen into the twist. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Next inhale brings us back to center again. And just give those shoulders a little roll. And then we'll move ourselves into a tabletop position. So welcome to pad your knees with that blanket for a little comfort. And then we'll set ourselves up. So you want the hips over the knees, the shoulders and elbows, those middle joints in the arm that I almost forgot what they are, over the wrists, really pressing those hands into the earth and feel that strong 4-point connection to the earth. Really elongate that spine from head to tail. And then we'll inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the head, roll the eyes up even if the eyes are still closed. And then exhale into cat, tucking that tailbone, tuck the chin, and really reach that back of the spine to the sky. Inhale into cow, lifting that tailbone, rolling the eyes. Exhale into cat. Then you can just follow your own breath for a few rounds here. Feel free to add some little wiggles. If you find a sticky spot, hang out there and give it a little bit of love and attention. Breathe some of that pranic energy into those spaces. And then once you're feeling good, next breath or two, let's meet again in stillness. And then we'll lift that right arm up to the sky, opening up. Give that wrist a little roll one way, and then the other. Inhale, really open up, open that twist, and then exhale, we'll come through and thread the needle, dropping that right shoulder and right ear to the earth. You can reach that left arm up to the sky, bring it around behind the back, for that bind. Deepen the twist. Then inhale that left arm up to the sky, reach it long overhead, placing it onto the earth with that arm extended. Feel how that gives you an opportunity to kind of draw that left hip back for a little bit of expansion. Next inhale brings that left hand in front of the face, lifting that right arm to the sky again, opening up, give that wrist another lap around one way and the other, and then set both hands to the earth. And we'll do the other side. So lifting that left arm to the sky, get that wrist roll around one way and then the other. Inhale, opening. Exhale, reach through or thread the needle, that left shoulder, left ear on the earth. You can lift that right arm to the sky if you like that behind the back. Deepening the stretch again. Inhale, bring that right arm up to the sky. Reach it long overhead. And draw that right hip back just slightly. Breathe a few breaths here. Next inhale, bring that right hand back in front of the face. Press up, opening that left arm to the sky. Give the wrist one more roll around each direction. And then press both hands into the earth. We'll go ahead and tuck the toes under and lift the heels into downward facing dog. Maybe the first one of the day. So paddle out those feet. Give a little wag at the hips. Lift the heels all the way up. Really pressing those toes into the earth. And press all the way back down. Reaching those heels towards the earth. And then really lift and allow your hips to float towards the sky. Feeling the space that this pose creates for your sacrum. And then press those fingers into the earth, really focusing on where the pointer finger meets your palm. Drop that head, maybe shake it yes and no, make sure we're not holding any tension in the neck. And then next inhale, look to the top of your mat and gently walk your way up to a forward fold. Hanging here. You can even do a little sweeping motion, clearing the path, almost like Ganesh's trunk, preparing and clearing the obstacles for our day to help us align to our highest power. Come back to stillness in that forward fold and just hang for a moment. You even grab those elbows for a little bit of traction. Release the hands and grab the elbows and deeply bend the knees. We'll roll up to standing one vertebrae at a time. When you get to the top, you can roll those shoulders back, set the head atop the spine, and then come into that standing mountain Tadasana. Feeling that connection again into the earth through our very complex, sensitive feet. Feel that energy rising up through your legs, through the knees and the hips. Strong but not rigid, not locking the knees or the hips, feeling that amazing architecture within our body that allows us to be upright. Let that energy rise up through the chest, into the heart, back to that intention, down through the arms, which are an extension of our heart chakra. Shining that intention, letting the things we don't need just drop right out of our hands. And bring that energy up into the mind, through the crown chakra, connecting to the higher energy. Next inhale brings our arms up overhead. Reach, draw those shoulder blades back onto the back, and then we'll grab that left wrist with the right hand and lean over to the right. You can almost let that left hip go out a little bit, deepening that stretch into the side body. We'll inhale up to center, switch that clasp, lean over to the opposite side, opening up that right side body. Then inhale, arms up overhead. We'll cactus, open that heart center to the sky. Inhale, arms up overhead, and we'll forward fold. All the way down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring that right leg all the way back into a lunge. This is a nice place if you have your blocks to bring them on either side of the foot to create a little bit more space. And then let's just do a little bit of gentle kriya here. We'll inhale into the lunge and exhale, straighten that left leg. Just opening up the hips here. So really feeling it into the back side of that left hip and the front side of that right hip as we move back and forth. And next time you exhale, let's hang out here with that long left leg and try to draw that left hip almost up and back, just a touch. It's a subtle movement, but it should modify that stretch just a little bit. And let's inhale into that lunge again. Take the block if you're using them on the right hand and sort of put it on the lower, more stable, or just place your palm on the earth is fine. Then we'll open up to the left side, similar to how we did before we threaded the needle. Inhale here, and then exhale, let's backstroke that arm around, giving the shoulder some movement. Another one of those complex joints in the body that allows a lot of movement. Wake it up a little bit here this morning. Inhale to the top, open up again, feeling that twist. And then exhale that hand down to the earth and set your blocks aside. Bring that left leg back to meet the right into plank. Let's take a breath here. Feel that long extension from the heels to the top of the head. Inhale, then exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Feeling how that puts some curves in your spine. And then we'll inhale, come all the way through to cobra. Exhale all the way to the earth. And then back into downward facing dog. Here we are. Again, paddle out those feet. Take a few breaths here. On your next inhale, let's walk again gently towards the top of the mat into that forward fold. Hang out here for just a minute. Lifting and feeling again that space and expansion at the base of the tailbone of the sleep bone. Maybe nod the head, shake it. Yes and no, just a little bit. Just release that tension. And then bend the knees deeply and roll all the way up one vertebrae at a time. You get to the top, roll those shoulder blades back and set that head on top. Here we are in Tadasana again, feeling that strong energy, connecting us to both earth and sky, above and below, within and without. Touch back into that intention. And then inhale, arms up overhead. Grab that left wrist with the right hand and lean over, stretching that side body. Inhale and exhale to stay. Inhale brings us back to center. Swap that clasp and bend the other way. Inhale and exhale to stay. Next inhale brings us up overhead. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale and exhale to stay. Next inhale brings the arms up overhead and we forward fold all the way back to the earth. Inhale and exhale, we bring that, let's see, we're left leg all the way back this time into that lunge. Again, if you like blocks to create a little bit of space, this is a nice spot for that. And then we want, again, our right foot to be up front with our knee above the ankle. Really inhale into that lunge and then exhale, straighten that leg and move with your breath in that Kriya motion. And even though our bodies look quite symmetrical, they can feel pretty different when we do these poses on the different sides. So just notice, be aware of what your body needs on this side. And then let's exhale and keep that leg elongated, bowing the head toward the knee, bringing that hip up and back. Just a touch. And stretch out that hamstring back to that right leg. Inhale and exhale here. And then inhale, come back into that lunge. And then if you're on blocks or on the ground, set it to that lower stable position or hand on the earth. And then we'll inhale, opening to this side. Roll that wrist around one way and the other. And then let's give that shoulder some opening backstroke. Really lead with that pinky edge when you're coming around for the back. And just swim around a few times, opening up that shoulder. And next inhale, we'll make it to the top. Open up and deepen that twist a little bit. And then bring those hands to the earth. Draw that right foot back to meet the left. Hang out in plank here again in that strength for an inhale and an exhale. Inhale and then exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Inhale through to cobra. Exhale, we'll meet back in child's pose. So draw the knees out wide, big toes come together to touch. Head to the earth. And really draw that tailbone towards the heels. Feeling that stretch. We roll the head one way, one side and then the other. Massaging that third eye chakra between the eyebrows. All right, and then draw those hands, place them to the earth, tuck those toes, and let's get ourselves up into downward facing dog. Really get those hands grounded into the earth. Lift those hips to the sky. Draw those heels towards the earth. Then we'll lift that right leg to the sky. Lift that heel, roll that ankle around one way and then the other. Bend the knee. Maybe straighten and bend the knee a couple times just to kind of wake that one up. Then keep it bent and draw big circles with that knee to open up into that hip joint. One way a few times. And then the other. And then really lift that knee, let that heel drop towards the bum and open those hips to the side, looking up under the armpit. Stretching that front hip flexor. And then inhale that heel all the way to the sky. And exhale, come through into a lunge again. This time we'll set up for warrior two. So you can bring that left back foot to a 90-degree angle. That front heel should be aligned with the arch of the back foot. You want to have a 90-degree bend in that front knee, right over top of the ankle. Hips are open to the side without letting that knee collapse in. And then arms are up. Look out over that front finger. And then shift the gaze to the back side, looking out over that back finger. And then bring the gaze back towards the front. We'll drop that elbow to the knee, reaching that left arm overhead for extended side angle. Reach and really feel that extension from the foot, outside pinky edge of that foot up to the tip of the fingers. Inhale back up to warrior two. Flip that front palm. Exhale, hand up overhead for reverse. Hand can be around the back or down the back leg. Try not to lose too much of your knee bend in this one. And then really reach to get that side body stretch. Inhale brings us back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Reach, reach, reach all the way forward, setting up for triangle. And then come down, with the goal being to keep a lot of space in both sides of that side body. Open the throat chakra just a touch, aligning the head with the body. And then inhale brings us back up. One more breath here in warrior two. Inhale and exhale, we'll windmill those arms around. Bring that right foot back to meet the left. Stay in plank for one breath because we're strong and we can do it. And then exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Inhale through to cobra. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Breathe a few breaths here. Again, press those palms into the earth, really focusing on that pointer finger where it meets the palm. And then let's lift the left leg to the sky. Roll that left ankle around one way and then the other. Bend and straighten the knee a few times to wake that joint up. And then bend that knee and then move it around in some big circles to get into the hip socket. One way and then the other. And then lift that knee to the sky, let the heel drop behind you and open up, stretching, looking under the left armpit. Inhale, bring that left leg all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, come through to lunge. This time we'll drop for warrior two on the other side. So again, that back foot is a 90 degree to the mat. Front foot, the heel aligns with the arch. We have that nice bend. Knees over the ankle, hips are open to the side. Inhale and exhale here. Take that gaze out over the front finger. And then bring it back over the back finger. And then bring that gaze back to the front hand. Inhale and then exhale, left elbow to left knee, reaching that right arm up overhead. Really feeling that strong arm reaching, elongating from that back edge of the foot. And we'll inhale up to warrior two. Flip that front palm, throw it up overhead to reverse your warrior. Again, hand can be behind the back or down the leg, whatever you like. Try to deepen into that knee and really elongate that side body stretch. Inhale back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg, preparing for triangle. Reach, 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 and then set yourself down onto the shin blocker of the earth. Reaching those fingertips, endeavoring to keep that body in a single plane. Inhale brings us back up into warrior two. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, exhale, bring those hands to either side of that foot. Left foot comes back to meet the right. Flow through your vinyasa of choice, or you can just meet us in downward facing dog. So you can lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And then exhale, we'll be back in downward facing dog. Let's actually take a step up and out to the side of your mat. So you're shortening the distance of your dog and widening the feet out. So coming forward till your heels can almost touch the earth. Wide-legged, downward facing dog. Just feel how that really helps open up that space of the sacrum at the root. And let's walk all the way up to the top of the mat, into that forward fold. And let's bend those knees and come all the way back up to standing. Roll those shoulder blades back, or shoulders back a few times. Inhale the arms up overhead and bring the hands together into Anjali Mudra. Hands pressed together at the heart center. And come back to that intention. What we're working to curate. And then release those hands. Let's step our feet out just a little wider. And let's just do a little twisting here. So let the arms kind of swing out. Just kind of let the whole body twist. Releasing whatever you don't need. Bringing out that spine. Just let it fly out of your fingertips. We can splatter the whole room with what we don't need. They come in and clean it all the time. Okay, come back to stillness here. Let's widen that stance even more. Almost gently pigeon toe. We'll bring our arms up overhead and we'll forward fold, diving all the way through into this wide-legged forward Let's inhale, halfway lift here, elongating that spine. Then exhale, use that length to deepen your forward fold. Let's place that right palm kind of down right in front of your face. And then open that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, come back down, but keep that right hand, and then inhale that left arm back up again. Kind of open, stretch that left side a few times on our breath. Just opening, and then coming back. One more time. And just swap out those hands. We'll inhale that right arm to the sky, opening up. Stay here for an inhale and exhale. And then we'll add that movement. So inhaling, open, exhaling down. Inhale, open up, exhale, coming back down. A few more on your own breath. And then next time you come to the earth, just relax that head, maybe grab the ankles or reach through behind. Try not to lock the knees. And then bring your hands to your hips, and with the strength of your back, draw up and a long, nice spine. Coming back up. Take a breath here. It's a big movement. And then heel toe those feet back to center. And again, let's widen those feet. This time, let's do a little twist with our calves. All right, let's come back to stillness. Inhale, arms up overhead, and just come into our chair position. So booty back, knees don't want to go in front of the toes. Inhale, roll those shoulder blades back, lift the chest. Inhale, exhale those hands to heart center. And then let's bring that left elbow to the left knee and press, left elbow to the right knee. I apologize. Go crossing over into a twist. Pressing those palms, trying to get the sternum twisted all the way. One more inhale and exhale here. Inhale, we come back up into our chair. Inhale and exhale here. Deepen just a touch. Inhale, exhale, hands come to heart center, and then we go to the opposite side. So right elbow to left knee, and then pressing into that twist, working to bring the sternum towards the thumbs. Inhale and exhale here. Then inhale brings us back up to chair. Hold for one more breath. And then inhale all the way up. Release. Shake it all out. And then we're just going to bring ourselves all the way to the ground. So we'll sit down towards the center of your mat. And we will travel our way to the ground in my favorite mode of transportation, which is boat. So bring those feet to the ground, hips to the earth, And then just, you can even hold your legs, find that spot where you're like, oh yeah, I'm in the boat now, I got there. Feel that. You can lift those legs if you like. If you're feeling super adventurous, you can go straight. Try not to lose the lift in the chest if you go there. And then bring the palms to heart center and we'll paddle our boat a little bit, one side, back to center, and then the other. Just a few paddles. Get all those cross-body muscles that help us stay upright and healthy. Back to center, and then with as much patience as you can muster, we'll lower all the way down to the earth. Inhale those knees all the way into the chest. Give yourself a good squeeze of gratitude. Made it. Rock a little side to side, massaging that low back. And then bring the heels to the earth, close to your bum. We'll set up for a bridge here. So once you have the heels nice and close, really plant those feet into the earth. Get those shoulders pressed into the ground, and then lift, lift, lift that pelvis to the sky. Once you get up there, you can slide a block underneath, or if you like, you can roll the shoulders under and clasp the hands. And we'll inhale and exhale here. One more inhale and exhale to stay. And then inhale, release the shoulders or the block and slowly set that spine down to the earth, one vertebrae at a time. And then bring those feet to the outside edge of the mat, let the knees knock together. And then we'll just windshield wiper. So we'll bring the knees to one side and then the other. And then come back and find stillness. Let's place that right knee, bring that up and place it onto the left knee in a figure 4 position. You can stay here with that right foot flexed, kind of pressing into the knee. If you want to go a little deeper, you can draw that left leg up and bring your fingers through that keyhole and grab onto the back of the left leg. I'll use that right elbow to keep that left knee pressed forward. And if you like, you can even extend that left leg to the sky, flexing both feet. One more inhale, exhale, start to slowly release from wherever you are there. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees draw out to the side. Place the hands on the lower belly. Use the hands to inhale those legs back together, closing that book. And then we'll bring the left knee onto the right, just above the right knee. Figure 4 the other way. This is a perfectly good spot to stay. You can also bring that right leg in and clasp behind onto the hamstring. And then use that left knee to kind of press in, left elbow to press into that left knee to keep that hip stretch in place. And if you like, you can even extend that right leg to the sky, flexing both feet. curve. Bring those knees together again, feet to the outside of the mat. Then draw both knees into the chest. Give a nice little squeeze, maybe rock side to side on the back a little bit. Give those back muscles a little massage. And then from here, just kind of let those knees drop all the way over to the right side. And then bring that left arm out, look to the left, and here we are in our supine twist. Our final deep twist, bringing out whatever we're releasing with this full moon energy, fusing it with our intention. Just follow that breath up and down the spine. One more inhale, exhale here. And then draw those legs into the center. On your next inhale, give a good little squeeze in the center again. And then bring those knees all the way over to the left side for our supine twist. Drawing that right arm out in a T or a cactus. Looking out over that right arm if that feels good for the cervical spine. Bringing things out this way. Again, breathing up and down the spine. Sushumna Nadi, main energy channel. It's our energetic superhighway of nerves, as well as our sonic main channel. So breathing up and down, it really helps move that sonic energy. On the next inhale, bring those knees back to center. Give yourself one more good squeeze. Maybe bring the head up like a little egg. And then release down into our final pose of Shavasana. Resting pose. If you'd like a blanket or a cover up or something that you don't have, let me know. I can grab a prop for you. But otherwise, let's just find our way into this beautiful resting position. Giving that final release with the full moon. Offer it to her. And then coming back to that intention that we set, letting that just grow and permeate, infuse our whole energetic body. Feel it fill your whole torso, arms, legs, down to the toes, fingers, and even beyond, up to the head, out through the crown, and all the way around the body, surrounding yourself in the intention that you have for your day today. And just bask in that for a few minutes. Okay, yogis, it's time to come back. Gently wiggle those toes. Draw your thumb along your fingertips. Maybe broaden those movements into the ankles, wrists. Reaching those arms up overhead for a nice full body stretch. Awakening into the day for a second time. Roll to one side or the other, bring the knees up to the chest, into that fetal position. Resting here for just a breath or two. And then press yourself up into a seat. Keep your eyes closed and gaze internal for just a moment longer. Coming back into that comfortable seated pose that we started the class in. Taking a moment to observe how you feel now in mind, body, and spirit. Bring the hands to heart center. We'll close our time together with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Inhale and exhale to clear. And then we'll inhale to chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The light in me honors the light in each of your beautiful souls. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining practice this morning. Happy blessings in your day. I hope it's wonderful. Oh, thank you to our online donors too.